Nick starting with the pass. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Jarvarius Ward brings him down. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish to make that stop.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. This might be a free play for him. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. On 3rd down, here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. 4th down coming up.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brandon Jones up for the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Another carry for him. And his defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, kid? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go a some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Loose laid downs to approach here from the 40. Purdy gets this from the pistol. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Jake Moody on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give him the ball at the 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Straight ahead with Williams. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought down by Fred Warner. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Throwing here, Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. That finds Vele complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Cut by Deebo Samuel. Racing down the left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. First down from the red zone. Rolling left, buying some time. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grow their lead just before halftime. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. Plowing up the middle. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos make it a one-score game before halftime. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Offense up to the line fast.
the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Looking to throw, Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. To throw again, it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. And my hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
That's caught for the 1st. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got 1st down from the 31. They are throwing it again. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Pat Surtain has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send a man in motion. Receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Riley Moss with that tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Putting the tight end in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. That throw finds Kittle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 3rd down, Purdy. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
7-yard line.
Purdy throwing here on 1st. Escapes out to the left. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Motioning the tight end now. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Working quickly here. 3rd and goal, Purdy. Oh, he nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Quick throw right side. Touchdown! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Second half starts with a run by Williams. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Nix. Mims with the grab. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a pickup of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down. Right up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Play action with Nix. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And now they face second down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. And the next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Has it at the 7. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice gain. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be second down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Broncos, 14 points back. Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and goal. Nix looking to throw. He rolls to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing now toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. They send Mims left. Desperation time here on fourth. Forced out to his right. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On the ground, this is Isaac Garindo. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. They've got to keep moving quick here.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now a give to Garindo. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
They're now set for 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Broncos get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
To throw. And it doesn't fall into the breadbasket. Incomplete pass.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Purdy setting up that play action. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers have likely locked up the win right there. On is Moody for the extra point. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in. So leave that score as is. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying the right side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Rob, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. With Bronco and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara. We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. But even if you close your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Punter Mitch Wishnowski ready to do the honors. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. And this is not a good start. That kick falls just short of the landing zone, and this opening drive is going to begin from the 40. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. And the 49ers get there and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
They motion the tight end over. Throwing is Lawrence on third down. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers force the turnover on the first series of this game.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
First play, he's going to throw. Purdy. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
From the 23. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. They send a tight end in motion. Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. To throw again, it's Purdy. Touchdown, San Francisco! So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars.
They just get the play off. Complete. It's Ingram. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with.
11, think right.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's ETN on first down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, it's ETN. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's going to be 2 on the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. Has room into the secondary. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Garindo. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. They send Samuel Wright. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the 49ers who have it 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He wants a heater, go deep, middle of the field. Wide open down the field, and he has it. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
At the 32-yard line.
From the gun, ETN gets it. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Jair Brown. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Going on 4th, here's Lawrence. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. First down throw, Lawrence. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are tackled on the return right along their own 40-yard line.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Play action now with Purdy. Nabs along that sideline, Samuel. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw by Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's Purdy to throw. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down, too. Excellent work. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Here's Wishnowski now. Turns looking good so far. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Lawrence working from the gun. That's complete. Here's Kirk. Get some space around midfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Hey, 30 left. Hey, I'm gun.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Let's go right now. This is not the end.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Hey, Lion. Take right open. Go, let's go.
Throwing it just before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Jaguars 7.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun, Garindo. He's got a gain of 6 there. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. Offense up to the line fast. From the 47. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Slot man motioned over. Shotgun, handoff to Garindo. And he'll go down here at the 16. Working quickly here. First down from the red zone. That's complete to Garindo. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the gun is Purdy. Has it down close. And all he needed was one more stride. He's out at the 2-yard line. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Garindo can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Purdy to throw it. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Foye Olukin with the pick. The 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. On his Little for the extra point. Boy, was it close, but the point after does go through. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's 49ers football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Back to throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I'll say this, unless you're committed to going for it on 4th down, I just don't see why you throw it there. Just power it forward for half a yard and reset those chains, then take your shots further down the field.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He'll throw it. He connects downfield on 4th. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, San Francisco.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Kansas City. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 70 yards. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Purdy now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. Purdy looking to throw.
This is Jennings. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now an audible here into something else. Throwing here, Purdy. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Back to throw, Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. A first carry for Samaje Perine. Bulldozes past him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Setting up the screen to Perine. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They run it with P. on first down. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Now 2nd and 5. In motion, the tight end. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 4. They go play fake. Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Purdy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Purdy sets up to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's Purdy. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
Purdy will look to throw again here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. No whistles. He's still going. And he's going to score. Touchdown. No time remaining. And this is going to count. And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there, the big return after the long missed field goal.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Purdy. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Purdy now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, 61 yards. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Moody good with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Purdy looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing here, Purdy. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end. And
he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Samaje Perine taking it in from the 20. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need
the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And it's incomplete. From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now Hill. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Tua going to throw.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
33 yards.
And the Dolphins march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before his hand dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Here's Purdy.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Open man is Jerron Jennings.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game that we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Now Purdy. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Play action, now it's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And we'll see Purdy. He's going to shift him around.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He's got room to roam.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Isaac Guerrero.
31 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level.
Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
A give, running right, H.M. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7. Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. Wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Purdy looking to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Jump offside. Need 6 on this drive. 60. Don't go 18 down the field, offense. Keep those sticks moving. 18.
Purdy now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. 3rd down and 6. Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A throw left side for Pearson is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man downfield is Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards the pickup there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running right, here's Achane. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Hill. And that won't work out for big yardage, but a decent gain there on the trickeration. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tua.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Here's Garendo.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes them back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal. And then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Now inside the 25.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from Santa Clara. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, like, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Now he'll air one out. And this will be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 22 yards the pickup there. 1st down, 49ers.
First down, Jet at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again is Purdy. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll throw again with Purdy. That is caught. And he's in. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of 1st downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Here's Wilson. That's complete. Calvin Austin.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's not going to get there. Maybe he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. They convert with a gain of 15.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Now Russ. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response?
He's got his big tight end. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Running up the gut. Put that ball down the field. Let's go offense.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Here's 2nd and 6. So Kittle comes in motion. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll get this out wide. And the defense can't welcome stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. A first down throw for Purdy. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy going to give this to Guerendo. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. Third down coming up.
3 yards to go.
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have that first down. They didn't want to settle for 3. And now it's first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air again is Purdy. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Play action. Now Wilson, he'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
On second down, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Wilson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to air this one out. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs. Purdy on first down. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Wilson lines up in the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Wilson now off the bootleg. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Play action. It's Wilson. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. On the handoff, this is Warren. He'll work forward for a couple. Bernardo Green there to bring him down. Look him up on a second down and 8. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Steelers are back within 4 at 14-10. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the end zone. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On third down, it's Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. That one incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. 16-yard pickup on that ball. It's good for a Niners first down. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. So Kittle comes in motion. First and 10. Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. 15 more on that connection. We're making it look easy. That's another first down. So Kittle comes in motion. They'll run. Here's Garendo. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Purdy now on second down. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. He'll drop this underneath to oh no, right at the start, he loses the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Mahomes on 1st down. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Here's a run with Hunt. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Now Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, KC. Now a carry for Hunt. And he'll get about 5. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes to throw it on 4th down. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's going to keep it himself.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
So, 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 58. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll be back in Kansas City after this.
What are we doing? My jersey. Man, come on. You get paid for it. Okay. This is not fun anymore.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Hopkins sent in motion. That is hard. He gets the hook up with Bryce.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Here's Pacheco. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Pacheco. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
3rd and goal. Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Chiefs get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. And just a short gain there, down to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. Here's Purdy. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And mark them down up beyond the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Patrick to throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So just a lone field goal accounting for the scoring in the first half. 3-0 is our score. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Kittle comes in motion. To throw on first down is Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point, something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. They're indeed going for this. It's Purdy. That's going to be caught.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chain.
And he's going to take this all the way home. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Purdy on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. So Kittle comes in motion. On second down, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Third down, Purdy. And that is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down. They'll put Ayuk in motion. They're going. Here's Purdy. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. On second down, Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now it is first and goal. Here's a run. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal. Second and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal. run. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs will open up a 13-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Man in motion here is Jennings. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Purdy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. So Kittle comes in motion. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go play action with Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, 49ers. One more time, it's Guerrero. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy now on 2nd down. He's got it at the 3. And he will score. Game on. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting? Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll run it. And Purdy going to smartly hit the deck here as he's able to pick up the first down in the process. He'll look to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
So Kittle comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Jennings. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining. Now, 2nd and 4. So Kittle comes in motion. Tight end going in motion here. Now Purdy. He's got it inside the 5. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now, 1st and goal. So Kittle comes in motion. They send the tight end in motion. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top. From the gun, it's Purdy. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute. So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's taken in by the running back, Piron. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Now they get the timeout. Interesting situation. Do they kick it here or run the risk of getting in another play, possibly not getting it down in time? We'll see. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
Here's first down. One last shot now for Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This one went all the way down to the wire. Late field goal, zeros on the clock, seals the deal. As they come from behind, they feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.